What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Retro Bowl Only Throw. Sorry about the break, where if you read the title, the answer to that question is yes, I am taking him off the bench. He is a 4-star running back. He's actually really good, and he will be my kick returner. The reason I had him on the bench to start with, for anyone that's new, is because I was afraid, since the challenge is to only throw the football, I'm going to hop into the game here. The challenge is I can only throw the football, and I'm afraid if I have a running back that's good, I'm going to accidentally click on the running back and run the football, which would defeat the purpose of the challenge. I mean, that's obvious, but sometimes I go on autopilot and I just look for the best move possible, and sometimes that's running the football. But I don't have that option in this one, or I made it to where I shouldn't have that option. But I can't make it to where I can't run the football because I'm not that tech smart. Jesus, English. I took 4 days off from making videos, and now I can't even start one off normally. How long did I take off? It was a bit longer than I wanted it to be. Something came up, and I was going to take a break anyways, and I decided I'd just extend the break with it, and the thing lasted longer than I thought it would. That's pretty much the reason for the long break. But I realized that in the same day, pretty much, that I decided I was going to take a break, so it's not like you didn't know about it. I commented on the last one saying that. Unfortunately, they made it to where you can't pin comments to the top until you're a verified account, which I'm not. I don't remember how big you gotta be before you're verified or whatever. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers before then, which is going to be a minute before I get that far. Or at least I think so. I might grow a bit faster than I think I will. But so far I haven't slipped up. I like to keep it that way. Let's go ahead and tie it up here. We are moving the football quite a bit quicker. That sounded weird, that sentence. But hopefully our non-existent defense should do something, or can, or not. I mean, I have no one on defense. I have the money and I have the roster space. I think in this next coming up draft, even if there's a great receiver or a great quarterback that's better than what I got, I'm going defense, but that's not true. Because I full-heartedly believe that if I can just outscore the defense and not make as many mistakes, if I get better at the game and just improve the players I can work with, I think I can win games just as easily as if I got a defense that can shut out the team. It's just one of them relies more on the CPU and one of them relies more on my own talents, which I've said multiple times in the past. I am terrible at this game, and I'm not lying when I say that, which is why it might seem stupid to anyone that's watched majority of these episodes of the series. It just seems like I'm an insane person that does things that don't work and expects different results, which is the definition of insanity, in case you didn't know. Little fun fact. But I do think I have improved with passing the football better. I don't know about running, but passing I have improved with. Running's all chance. I full-heartedly believe that, but I mean, I can't run with this challenge anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. I was waiting for someone to move. I don't know why I held it that long. I should know. I just wasted time. That could have been used now, but Didn't need it. Okay, we do get ball at half, so if we continue to score on every play and don't make a mistake, we should take the lead. And they didn't get the Hail Mary conversion, which is what I'm always afraid of because my defense is terrible. And I've had multiple teams in the past do it to me, specifically in this series too. This series is notorious for defense losing me games. Like, there'll be like 10 seconds left and it's like, oh, Hail Mary from the 70. Hope the defense can hold them and not allow a 70-yard Hail Mary, and then they'll get it 3 games in a row from further and further away every single time. That's a bit dramatic, but that's what it feels like. So that's why this next coming up draft, which should be a good one for us no matter what, because if it's a high offensive value draft, we didn't have that much offensive value. I focused completely on offense in the first one. Could have went more balanced. I just don't think it was a good draft anyways. But no matter what, I don't think there's any position on this team that I can't upgrade, except for maybe quarterback. I did think about maybe getting rid of this running back. He is an older one, if I remember correctly. I think he is an older running back, which is why I decided to accept his trade into my team. Because he was an old running back, and I thought, oh, I'll just sit him on the bench and trade him at the end of the year and get a first-round value for a second-round value player. So essentially what I'm doing is I took a second-round pick and turned it into a first-round pick for nothing, is what essentially I thought in my head. But this running back is actually coming in pretty valuable so far in this game, and I've had enough common sense not to click on him, or enough awareness is what I was meaning, to realize that it goes against the challenge to run the football. And they scored in less than 30 seconds. Okay. Well, interesting. So do I just go normal speed here and maybe hope that they go for an onside, which they will if there's enough time left. They'll go for an onside. If I recover just one like 5-yard play, and that should be enough to get me within field goal range. Because if it's an onside, I'll get it about here where I'm circling my mouse, which means a 5-yard play would get it just past the 50. I would want it to be closer to the 40, but depending on the time, depends on what I'll be able to do. So I think I'm going to just play this normally, let them score. If they kick it to us normally, I'm fine with overtime. If they don't, if they go for an onside, if they recover, sucks for us, the game's over. But there's nothing I can do about that. If they go for the onside and we recover, I'm in perfect position to go for a field goal. And I'll 100% have all 3 of my timeouts left, because I'm not going to use them on this drive. So it should be a guaranteed field goal spot. Of course, I don't know how good the kicker is because I didn't even look at him. I keep forgetting to do that because I'm so used to certain kickers from certain series, like the ones where I have good kickers, that I forget I have series where I don't have a good kicker. And it screws with me every single time. English, please. It was only the language I've spoken my entire life for practically 18 years now. Well, I guess you technically don't really speak until you're like 1 or 2. And even then you're not good at it until about, I'd say about 7 is when I finally halfway learned English. depressing, I know. I struggled with English. I nearly failed English my 4th or 5th grade year, and then I did fail it my 8th grade year. Terrible at English. I'm sure you've already told that. You could already tell that. But let's see. Do they get it? They don't. Okay. I was fully prepared to go into 5-second drive, field goal kind of situation there. But we do move up to 2nd in our conference there and beat the New York Giants. It says N, which confuses me because while N is pretty close on the keyboard, it's not that close, so it confuses me. And one more win would technically put us in the hunt, as long as another team that's already in the hunt loses, or we have already beat a team that wins. I'd still need a few teams to lose, though. And I wanted to look at the kicker. I wanted to see if what I thought I could do would have worked. Oh, 100%. He's got almost max range. The only problem, well, I was going to say stamina, but he hadn't kicked a field goal the whole game, so that wouldn't have been a problem. He could have nailed one from 50. The only problem is, could I line up the kick? There was no wind, so it should have been an easy win either way. Okay. That's pretty easy, I guess. And then we got San Francisco in the next one. But anyways, happy to be back, and I guess I'm going to end this one here. So if you enjoyed, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you know when and what I upload. See you in the next one. Bye, guys.